Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Brigadier General Eric Wesley, Commanding General of the United States Army, Maneuver Center of Excellence, the Airborne and Ranger Training Brigade would like to welcome you to the 33rd Annual David E. Grange Jr. Best Ranger Competition Awards Ceremony. The Airborne and Ranger Training Brigade extends a special welcome to the competitors' families and friends for their support of their competitors in this year's competition. In July of 1981, the Ranger Department was asked to design and conduct a Ranger Olympics in order to identify the best two-man Ranger Buddy team in the Ranger Department. From the very beginning, the objective was clear. The competition should place extreme demands on each buddy team's physical, mental, technical, and tactical skills as Rangers. The standards of performance were to test the mettle of those Ranger-qualified soldiers who dare to compete. The Best Ranger competition was named in honor of Lieutenant General David E. Grange Jr., former Ranger Instructor, Ranger Department Director, and Commanding General of Fort Benning, 2nd Infantry Division, in the United States Army, or United States 6th Army. Mr. Richard Leandry, a close personal friend of General Grange, formed the Chairborne Rangers of Clearwater, Florida in 1979 to financially support the competition and provide awards to the winning teams. In 1981, Colonel Dwayne Cameron, commander of the Ranger Department, developed the operational concept and schedule of the events for the first Best Ranger competition, which was further refined by his successor, Colonel Eugene Hawkins. In 1982, buddy teams from each of the 3 Ranger Department divisions competed against each other in the first Best Ranger competition. The competition expanded in 1983 to include teams from Ranger battalions and special operations units throughout the Army. In 1985, the competition was further expanded to include light infantry units, and by 1987, the increased interest in the competition resulted in an Army-wide invitation to all units with Ranger-coded positions. Many of the participating commands conduct preliminary competition to select the teams which will represent them at Fort Benning each year, resulting in only the best Ranger-qualified soldiers competing.
I invite you to join me in prayer and know that I will pray in the Christian tradition. I love you, O Lord, my strength, for by you I can run against a troop, and by my God I can leap over a wall. You, O God, equipped me with strength and made my feet secure. You have trained my hands for war. Lord, as you have done this for your great warrior King David some 3,000 years ago, you have demonstrated your strength through these Ranger competitors this weekend. They have indeed moved further, faster, and fought harder than any other soldier. We thank you for raising up another generation of mighty men who give so much to safeguard our freedom you've given our nation. May their example and your empowerment inspire us all to give our best, not just on the field of competition, but on the field of battle, as we valiantly confront those who seek to deny our liberty. I pray this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. At this time, we would like to recognize some of our distinguished guests. Lieutenant General Cadavy, Lieutenant General Retired Grange, Brigadier General Jones, Brigadier General Morin, Brigadier General Retired Grange, Brigadier General Retired Stringham, Colonel Donahoe, Colonel Retired Ralph Puckett, Command Sergeant Major Matheny, Command Sergeant Major Ingram, Command Sergeant Major Floyd, Command Sergeant Major Connolly. This time, we would also like to recognize all Rangers who have fought for this country overseas. Would all Ranger veterans in the audience please stand to be recognized? Ladies and gentlemen, the commander of the Airborne and Ranger Training Brigade, Colonel David Fivecoat.
Good morning, everyone. Acting Secretary of the Army Murphy, Lieutenant Generals Grange and Kadavi, Brigadier Generals Wesley, Jones, McKean, Stringham, Command Sergeant Majors Conley and Matheny, others distinguished guests, friends, and fellow Rangers, thank you for joining us all here at the 2016 Lieutenant General David E. Grange Jr. Best Ranger Competition Award Ceremony. What an amazing weekend and an outstanding performance by the 100 Ranger athletes from every unit in the Army who chose to step into the arena and attempt the Best Ranger competition. Let's give them all a big round of applause. Watching each of the competitors' incredible physical, mental, tactical, and technical performance over the 60-plus hours was truly amazing. The three teams that battled it out until the final event are incredible competitors and made this year's event a real nail-biter. These competitors are truly the top 1% of our Army and epitomize the phrase in the Ranger Creed that says a Ranger will move further, faster, and fight harder than any other soldier. Now only the top 23 teams are left, and we will recognize their achievements shortly. But before we do, Sergeant Major Arnold and I would like to say a special thanks to all the Ranger instructors, Black Hats, aviators, and civilians from the ARTB that helped to make the 2016 Best Ranger competition the world-class event that it is. Their work ethic, dedication, and commitment to excellence are truly amazing. Let's give them all a big round of applause. Now, the ARTB couldn't have put this event on all by itself. We had incredible support from across Fort Benning and across the Army. We'd like to single out 199th Infantry Brigade, 316 Cav, AMU, the ABOLIC Lieutenants, DES, PAO, DOTS, LRC, MWR, and Task C, who all make this event great. Let's give them all a big round of applause, too. To the friends, families, fans, and donors, thanks for coming out to support your Ranger and the competition. The motivation these competitors got from your support was incredible. I know I did, as I found families parked along the road for the 17-mile road march and elsewhere as they were waiting for their team to come by and cheer them on through the dead of the night and through rain and 40-degree weather. It was truly inspiring. We do hope to see each and every one of you back out here participating or supporting the 34th Annual Best Ranger Competition, which is scheduled for next year on April 7th to 10th, 2017. Today, we are extremely fortunate to have with us the Acting Secretary of the Army, Patrick Murphy. Before he worked in the Pentagon, Secretary Murphy served in the Army's Judge Advocate General's Corps in the United States, Bosnia, and in combat in Iraq with the 82nd Airborne Division. More importantly, to Fort Benning, he is a graduate of the Basic Airborne course. Airborne. In addition, from 2007 to 2011, he served as a U.S. Representative for the 8th Congressional District of Pennsylvania and was the first Iraq War veteran to serve in Congress. Finally, he's an athlete, just like the Ranger athletes that competed in the Best Ranger competition over the weekend. And I heard through the grapevine he gave the AOCS candidates a run for their money this morning. And so we hope to see you back out here again real soon. So please, all, let's give a warm Fort Benning and Ranger welcome to the Acting Secretary of the Army, Murphy.
Thank you, Colonel Fivecoat. I appreciate it. I will tell you, General Wesley was out and Sergeant Major was out this morning with us as well. I don't think we gave them a run for money. They gave us a run for money. I was definitely smoked. And to compare going through the obstacle course to what these great Americans just went through is very generous, to say the least. But it is great to be back here. I was here 16 years ago going through airborne school, so it's great to be back where really it's the Athens and Sparta of America. What you do here really makes our Army so strong. And to be here with such great leadership, I know General Cadavy is like a proud father because of winning teams for the National Guard. He changed his flight, and he was already here, but he wanted to make sure he was here to celebrate. It's great to be with you and Sergeant Major. But to be here with General Grange, sir, you're a role model to all of us. We are proud to call you a Pennsylvanian in York County, but the fact that you're here every single year and to make this the event that it is truly inspiring. So if we can give him a round of applause, I'd appreciate it. I mean, sir, what you have built through your leadership, not just, and again, we're proud of you because, you were obviously World War II, Korea, Vietnam, 82nd Airborne Division, 101st Airborne Rangers. Of course, he was my brigade in 82nd, 325 guy, so a special place in my heart. But what this is and what these competitors have gone through, 3 days, 60 hours, I mean, it is the ultimate competition of strength, of grit, of a test of the human spirit, and most importantly, of teamwork. Every single one of you on this stage is the epitome of what a warrior is, the epitome of what every soldier should aspire to be. And I will tell you, as the Acting Secretary of the Army, I could not be more proud to be here to celebrate with you today. I promise you I will keep it short because I don't want anyone to see you falling asleep in any of my speeches today. But our country and our Army is asked to do so much. And, when there's a national disaster here in our country, and we have governors that call 911, they call our Army. When the President of the United States has to deal with Al-Qaeda or ISIS or Russia involving other countries, when he dials 911, he calls our Army. We are America's varsity team. We don't pick the fights that our country's asked us to do, but we finish the fights. And we finish the fights because we have great Americans like these men up here, these Rangers, who have answered the call. And I will tell you, when I joined the Army when I was 19, back in 1993, I had it easier than every single one of you. Because when I got in, it was after Desert Storm, and we didn't know when the next war might be. But every single one of you who have signed on to join our ranks after 9/11, you and your families have given so much. You knew what you were getting into, and you have risen to the top. We have over 330 million Americans in our great country. But our country's asked less than 1% of us to serve in Iraq and Afghanistan. To think about the 1% that are serving, and of that 1%, what you represent. You are the top 1% of the 1%. So we could not be more proud of what you've accomplished. Now, I'm not sure if it's the first time in history we have had a National Guard team win or not, but the fact that the great states of Colorado and Pennsylvania came together to win this is a sense of great pride. Like I said, General Cadavy, he's still beaming, he's still smiling. But when we look at, when I left Congress 6 years ago, and our funding has been cut 39%, our op tempo has risen because of what we see around the world in a volatile nation, a volatile world. We have become more and more a total joint force, a total force when you look at active duty, National Guard, and reserves. We used to say we were before, but we truly, truly are. And the fact to see all of you competing, the fact that there's 50 teams and 23 of the teams made it, and then the top 3 at the end, it's something that's very special to all of us. And I will tell you, as we live in this moment where it's a defining moment in our country's history, the longest wars in American history in Iraq and Afghanistan, to see every single one of you, and many of you in this room, answer our nation's call to represent the best of what our country has and its sons and daughters should make every American and every family member here eternally proud. God bless every single one of you. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now recognize those Rangers that completed the 2016 Best Ranger competition. Of the 50 teams that began this grueling competition on Friday, only the 23 teams seated to your front completed all events. The following Rangers are recognized for completing the 2016 Best Ranger competition. Tied for 22nd place, the first team is team number 11 from the 10th Mountain Division, First Lieutenant Michael Polanski and First Lieutenant Gunther Wong. The second team in 22nd place is team number 51, Captain Zachary Long from the Airborne Ranger Training Brigade and Sergeant First Class Corey Johnston from the 7th Special Forces Group. Coming in 21st place is team number 22, representing the 101st Airborne Division, First Lieutenant Matthew Linarelli and Captain Michael White. Coming in 20th place is team number 40, representing the 75th Ranger Regiment, Staff Sergeant John Breda and Sergeant Sheldon Evans. Coming in 19th place is team number 12, representing the 10th Mountain Division, Captain James McClare and First Lieutenant Anthony Day. Coming in 18th place is team number 46, representing the 7th Special Forces Group, Sergeant First Class Keith Batchelder and Captain Bert Ferguson. Coming in 17th place is team number 49, representing the California and Nebraska National Guards, Sergeant First Class Jonathan Ney and Staff Sergeant Luke Katz. Coming in 16th place is team number 19, representing the 82nd Airborne Division, First Lieutenant Cody Chick and First Lieutenant Zachary Hayes. Coming in 15th place is team number 8, representing the 7th Infantry Division, First Lieutenant Charles McCauley and First Lieutenant Christopher Jarrett. Coming in 14th place is team number 38, representing the 75th Ranger Regiment, Sergeant First Class Eugene Mirador and Corporal Scott Slater. Coming in 13th place is Team 17, representing the 82nd Airborne Division, First Lieutenant Eric Seidel and Staff Sergeant Carlos Mercado. Coming in 12th place is team number 10, representing the 25th Infantry Division, Second Lieutenant Jeremy Detmer and Sergeant First Class Eric Guevara. Coming in 11th place is team number 7, representing the 7th Infantry Division, First Lieutenant Benjamin Jebb and Sergeant First Class Andrew Balha. Coming in 10th place is team number 34, representing the Airborne Ranger Training Brigade, Captain Jeannie Morris and Staff Sergeant Michael Ruggiero. Coming in 9th place is Team 35, representing the Airborne Ranger Training Brigade, Staff Sergeant Anthony Hernandez and Staff Sergeant Zachary Atkins. Coming in 8th place is team number 48, representing the Rhode Island and Pennsylvania National Guards, Captain Jose Moreno and Sergeant First Class Troy Conrad. Coming in 7th place is team number 39, representing the 75th Ranger Regiment, Sergeant Michael Banta and Sergeant Stephen Strickland. Coming in 6th place is team number 3, representing the 1st Cavalry Division and the 2nd Infantry Division, Captain James Teskey and First Lieutenant Nicholas Kaiser. Coming in 5th place is team number 1, representing the 1st Infantry Division, Captain Mark Gaudet and First Lieutenant Timothy Nelson. Coming in fourth place is team number 9, representing the 25th Infantry Division, Captain David Matthews and First Lieutenant Colton Barber. The official party will now recognize the top 3 teams in this year's Best Ranger competition. Placing third is team number 31, representing the Maneuver Center of Excellence, Captain Michael Blanchard and Captain Brian Slemkowski. Placing second is team number 33, representing the Airborne and Ranger Training Brigade, First Sergeant David Flutier and Staff Sergeant Joshua Rolfus. And now, the winners of the 33rd Annual Best Ranger Competition, representing the Colorado and Pennsylvania National Guards for the very best of the best, the winners of the 2016 33rd Annual David E. Grange Jr. Best Ranger Competition is team number 47, Captain Robert Killian and Staff Sergeant Eric Friedline. The names of the first place team members are engraved on the Best Ranger trophy to your front. This trophy will be prominently displayed in the Airborne and Ranger Training Brigade headquarters. Additionally, the competition winners are being awarded the Order of St. Maurice by the National Infantry Association and the Chief of Infantry for their outstanding achievement. The Order of St. Maurice Award recognizes individuals who have contributed significantly to the infantry in ways that stand out in the eyes of the recipient's seniors, subordinates, and peers. These individuals must also demonstrate the highest standards of integrity and moral character, an outstanding degree of professionalism, and serve the United States Army Infantry and the infantry community with distinction. Appearing before a most arduous and discriminatory committee of tried and proven Army infantrymen and infantry patriots, be it known that the following individuals were tested and found worthy of special recognition. Therefore, the Chief of Infantry and President of the National Infantry Association induct them into the Honorable Order of St. Maurice for their outstanding contributions to the infantry. Finally, the competition winners each receive a Colt Gold Cup .45 caliber pistol donated by Colt Firearms for their exceptional accomplishment in winning the 2016 Best Ranger competition. Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the 2016 Best Ranger competition, Captain Robert Killian and Staff Sergeant Eric Friedline. And now, Colonel Fivecoat will present the Honorable Patrick Murphy with an engraved knife and a custom glass case in appreciation of his support and dedication to the entire Ranger community. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the recitation of the Ranger Creed, the playing of the Army Song, and remain standing for the departure of the official party. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attendance and enthusiastic support of the 33rd Annual Best Ranger Competition. This concludes the awards ceremony. Rangers lead the way.